Alright guys, here we go again. Saunamen versus Quaxy, NSL European Open 2013. This match is going to be pretty good. Saunamen and Quaxy are pretty veteran teams, so I'm excited to see as these two head into each other. Saunamen as Marine starting in data core, meanwhile Quaxy in flight control as aliens doing a 4-1 split versus a 3-2 split for Saunamen. We got Wee, Llama, and Valde moving into ventilation. Meanwhile, Tane, guys, from Archaea, who swapped to Saunamen, and Lipa coming into reactor core. Those skulks now have moved down into maintenance access right outside ventilation. Mori and Mulk standing there against Wee. Wee takes down Mulk as he jumps it in, and Mori ends up going down as well. We see one skulk sneaking in. That's Natty coming in around the corner. Looks like he's just staring at the command center right now. He's just staring at it, sniffing it, waiting for another skulk to come in. He bites it. Litz is in there. Oh my god, 80%. The Marines are out of position. Saunamen is out of position, and they are coming. Here comes one of the skulks coming in there, meeting Valde in there. 20% on this chair. Another chair has been dropped in sub-access. This chair might go down 2%. It does go down. Now down, Wee and Llama are building down that sub-access chair. This is putting Saunamen on such the back foot right now. Seeing a gorge going down there in crevice, but a Marine was taken down by his Hydras. There comes an IP. Being dropped there in sub-access. Llama and Wee building that. Good job, Quaxy, buying themselves some time, and all it cost them was some skulks. Very expendable units here. So now, Llama building there in sub-access. Wee coming around the corner in computer lab. Meanwhile, Mulk doing a bit of RT harassing there. Lipa trying to get him off of that RT, does successfully shoot him off. We're seeing now Wee and Tane moving into computer lab. 65% on that harvester, and a little bit of hit and run still happening here in data core, and Valde is holding that down. Do you see a functional IP still in there? Tane and Wee now taking down Java. Mori, Natty, and Mulk surrounding Tane. Let's try to get the look from Tane. Nope, he goes down right before I can spec him. Wee is now alone here in computer lab as he takes down Natty. Great job shooting there. And now he's going to end up cutting the sys chain. We're seeing now the drifters are out on the map trying to build. We do see that Quaxy has gone shift hive first. So this is quite interesting with shift hive. You can basically, it'll get you celerity as your upgrade, and you can also echo around your harvesters around the map. It doesn't look like they're doing that. They don't have a shift by their main extractor in their base. We got Nits now biting the RT in data core. A little bit of fight happening in Atrium. And now, Natty biting down Atrium's RT. We're seeing one has been destroyed in data core, and they're building up another one. Great recovery here from Saunamen. I have to say, this has been a really good relocation. They've reestablished themselves on the map. Look at that. With that rush, Saunamen sitting on 6 RTs, 6 extractors right now. Amazing, and Quaxy just on 2. Okay, down to 5 now because that one just exploded. Tane and Lipa now coming into Atrium, giving a little pressure to that drifter that's running away. Natty over there in the vents. 2 more skulks now coming into data core. We got Java and Nits coming in there, 39%. They want to finish off this base. They looks like they're gonna take down that RT. Biomass has started, observatory has been completed, and phase tech has started to come out for Saunamen. Great job there on that enzyme. A little bit too late though. Tane and Lipa still sniping down that crevice RT. Meanwhile, Mori down in computer lab giving a little bit of RT harassment there, 79%. We gets almost harassed here and taken out here in Crossroads/Computer Lab. Llama now coming around the corner up against Mori. There comes an Enzyme. Look at that, how much Enzyme really helps in a fight. Quaxy taking down the Marine offensive there in Crevice as they move into Atrium. Look at this reestablishment there. Oh man, Armor 1 now coming up. Yeah, Saunamen, you know, obviously that set them behind. I mean, that rush really did set them behind, but I'm going to say it again, I'm so impressed how much they have recovered at this point. So we now holding down Computer Lab, over there Llama now in Data Core, up against 2 Skulks. Java ends up rolling him over. And now this Lurk as Mulks shooting down spikes down this hallway. We really low on health, 5%. Tane and Lipa in ventilation. As they scan, drop a scan in Data Core, move into there. Looks like Java, Natty, and Nits are going to take down the Reactor Core RT, which is going to drop Sauna down to 3. Phase Gate going up in Data Core. Great job there. Going to lock over this side of the map. And now Molt coming through to Crossroads. We got Llama and Wee building this up. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a phase gate start going down here in Crossroads. This is a very favorite, even with the new patch, very favorite position there. And we're seeing now a big push going into sub-access against the power. Molt, Natty, and Nits. But that phase gate did go up in Data Core. They do phase through. That Lurk better get out of there. Molt gets out of there just with barely any health. And I'm sorry, they weren't on the power. I don't know why I called that. They were on the observatory, and 2% on that observatory. Saunamen just saved it. Holy cow. So now, Full Go and Nits up against Valde in Computer Lab. And there we go. There's that phase gate I told you about in Crossroads. Locking down this down. And I just found out that that Lurk did go down in flight control. So Mulk did lose his Lurk. They're down a life form. All they have right now, Gorges, 1 Gorge, and the rest Skulks on the field. Saunamen doing a great job recovering from that rush in the beginning and base relocation. RT going down. Quaxy taking down that RT in Computer Lab. They have 3 Spurs down, so they have full celerity upgrade right now. And here we go, attack on the observatory again. Here comes the beacon, and they do take it down. Llama does take down Mori at 21% on the observatory, but it's okay. It's okay, because phase gates are around the map. They can get back on there really quickly. Here comes Lipa and Valde in Reactor Core. The 40% grown on here. That Drifter is going to go down, and it looks like that Harvester is going to be in trouble. Tane now here. All of Quaxy against Tane and they get eaten alive. Nice job with that Drifter. You can see they're glowing red a little bit. So there's the Enzyme, which increases attack speed like crazy. Look how fast that phase gate is melting. Great job there. Taking the phase gate out there. Good move for Quaxy. Let's take a look at this res graph here. 7 RTs lost for Saunamen, 3 Harvesters lost for Quaxy. And that's still bugged. Team kills 31-16. So Saunamen, as you can see, with their recovery, they are just dominating in team kills over Quaxy. 33-16. Amazing job. Valde now in here in Data Core as Mulk comes in to engage him. He ends up going down, proving right that whoever I spec dies. Sorry about that, guys. Lipa holding off in Atrium. And you know what I love about this new build, guys, is seriously, I still can't tell who's going to win and who's ahead. Saunamen looks to me, in my opinion, like they are doing really well as far as stats are concerned and what I'm seeing on the map. They do have an edge on Quaxy. I'm going to give them that. But with the new build, I have seen some crazy comebacks. So I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not going to call anything and make myself look stupid. Lipa and we, Summit Reception, putting some pressure on the north side of flight control. The phase gate was reestablished a minute ago in Crossroads. Mulk and... I'm sorry, I can't see his name. I'm sorry, Mulk and Natty coming in Atrium. Great job, Saunamen holding true there. In terms of upgrades, we got Weapons 1, Armor 1, Phase Gates, Mines, and Shotguns are out. They're rebuilding their economy. Quaxy just down to 1 Harvester. It is, look at this pinch. You know, this happened to me last night in a pub game where we got pinched left and right. I was the alien comm, and it's really hard to expand out if this is happening. Look at this. We and Tane now coming in through the north side of flight control with those deadly shotguns. We're seeing Enzyme being thrown down, but not enough. Tane taking down Mulk. We're seeing Lipa taking down Mori, and they are working on this Harvester right now. And the aliens, there drops a scan. We have a fade on the field. 2 fades on the field. Java and Natty as they come in towards Tane. Very good job. We and Tane go down in a heap in flight control. These fades came out just in time. 22% on that Harvester. Oh, great shotgun blast there. No, he's going to get pinched. Oh! Natty gets pinched by Lipa and Llama. Oh my god, what bad luck. He should have turned around. They lost a fade so quickly, and with just 1 RT, they really go. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god, Java just blinked through all those Marines with shotguns, barely got out alive. And now 3 Marines coming in. Mori now is a fade, and so is Nitz. 3 fades on the field. They gotta be. Oh! Another fade goes down. Shot in the back. Great shot there. Let's get this from Tane. And here comes fades blinking in, trying to swipe with their blades. These blades have been reduced in damage. And these fades don't have carapace or regen. They only have celerity. Oh no! Another fade goes down. Java goes down. Nitz and Mori. Oh no. Wow, what a devastating blow to Quaxy. Losing those 2 fades. They only have 2 on the map. If they cannot get out of this base and establish control at their naturals, it is going to be really hard. And you can see that they are at 0 extractors right now. Now, with this, they still earn 0.5 income, even with 0 extractors, so you can never be completely res locked. It's just obviously a really, really, really low flow of res, but you will gain it. And now we see that Harvester going back up in Quaxy's main base. Saunamen just having such a strong position right now. 7 RTs down. Oh, and that fade goes down. Oh no, Quaxy loses another fade to We on the south end of Computer Lab. They are getting decimated here, folks. Phase Gate going up in Atrium, locking down this side of the map. Such a strong control that they're having. They could have moved that phase gate in Atrium actually and put it in Summit Reception if they wanted to be extremely aggressive. Recycle the one and then put one up in Computer Lab. That'd be too many phase gates, but those are the 2 areas that are really aggressive points, especially on a flight control start. We and Llama now. This fade here, Nitz, the only fade left. Oh my god, might get pinched here as he blinks through. He's trying to come in, do some damage. There comes some Enzyme. Mulk taking down Lipa, Natty taking down Valde in that Crossroads attack, and they are moving into Crossroads. And we're seeing now 25% of the observatory down in sub-access. Mori does take it down. Phase Tech has been lost. They can't drop it unless they drop an observatory now. They need to push out of here. They need to push out of here, gain some sort of map control, but not just push out. They need to hold it. Advance Armory now has started. That's going to give access to advanced weapons. No longer need to be researched here in build 250. Once that's done, that is going to give access to flamethrowers and grenade launchers. And grenade launchers are cheaper now. They're 15 resources. The base damage from both weapons in the new build have been increased, but they do not benefit from weapons upgrades. Llama and Lipa in Crossroads saving that RT. Phase gate going down. Oh, okay. They lost the phase gate in Datacore, I was going to say. And Natty now biting that RT, 19%. So they lost that phase gate there in Crossroads. Doesn't matter. Here comes Nits. That's very ballsy to come through there against Lipa and Llama with shotguns. You could really get tagged so easily. Tane and Valde securing Datacore again. 7 RTs still for Saunamen. Holy cow. Oh! Nits almost getting tagged there. And let's look at this resource map. 15, Saunamen lost 15 resource stashes versus 6 for Quaxy, but doesn't matter. Look how fast they're rebuilding them. Team kills 58 to 33. Quaxy cannot hold. They cannot hold against this Saunamen aim. It's just insane. Java on this crevice RT, 2%! Oh my god! Breathe on it! Oh wow, and he gets shot off there. Good timing for Saunamen to come around the corner. Quaxy needs a miracle to pull out of this. Llama and Lipa now applying pressure there on the north side of flight control. Meanwhile, we have 2 Skulks in ventilation, trying to work on that Saunamen economy. Oh, cow. Alright, and now Llama and Lipa working on that RT wall. Nits is just blinking back and forth, just trying to take some of that fire away. I don't really know what he's trying to do. He needs to get in there, swipe, engage, get out. But he also has to be careful. And more Marines flooding into to Quaxy's base. 4 Marines now in their base. Let's get the view. Who do I want to die? Let's get a view from Wee as he runs in here. Quaxy throwing everything they can at Saunamen right now. Oh lordy, and Wee at 14% health. He gets dropped a med pack. There is a they're busting out welders everywhere. You guys know that armories no longer give armor. So the only way they can regain armor is through getting welded from another player. And there's the good game from Quaxy. Great job, Saunamen, for pulling out, relocating, and taking that win. Woo!